Okay, so I'm driving over the Lions River, Rivier. So it's very symbolic. You're on the road between Swellendam and Ashton in the Western Cape. I would say it's a very symbolic thing for me to do because I basically am aligning with the cycles of time in doing so. 13 days ago, we celebrated the Lion's Gate 8/8, and it was also one star. And today's the 13th day of one star, which is 13 Ahau light. So there you go. That's where we are now. It's such a beautiful day, and really incredible to contemplate where we've come from and where we're going to. So it's actually a very incredible shift point on the universal cycles of time reflected in the Maya Aztec calendars that work with the 9-level pyramid of creation, and that reflects the evolution of consciousness. And this is what Dr. Kellerman is working with in his books and what I've studied. And we've come to an understanding of where we are now in terms of the cycles. And so I'm just celebrating today, 13 Ahau light, and we move into the next 260 days from tomorrow, and also the next 360 days, because it's all a convergence of the cycles. The 260-day calendar works with the anti-clockwise movement going within, and the 360 days works with the clockwise movement, forward movement. So we are also completing a big cycle of 12.8 years of 13 cycles of 360 days. That's a Trecena of 360 days of cycles. And this is since the completion of the Maya calendar. The 9 levels completed and converged on the 28th of October 2011. And we've gone through, we're realizing more and more what exactly is happening when we study these cycles. And I'm actually also in communication with Dr. Kellerman, and we've been communicating a lot about what's going on and what these cycles mean. And in a sense, it's like it's been dormant, but we're waking up to it, the understanding. It's a beautiful day here. The sun is shining. And so this is just a quick video, and for me it's been an incredible journey. What we're understanding is that when all the 9 levels completed in October 2011, everything went into the west, so to speak, inwards. And so it's almost been like these last 13 years on the 8th level have been an inverse Trecena of time. And now we're going into a forward movement, a little bit similar to what happened in the 13 years before the completion of the Mayan calendar, the 8th level, when that started. And now we're going into this on the same forward movement that brought, but on a higher level of understanding. Time brings these cycles to show us, as we go forward, we're actually spiraling higher and higher to higher levels of understanding. So there you go. This is really where we are now in terms of the cycles. And I just want to take a walk down here to the Lions River. And hallo there. Hoe gaan dit? Goed. Mooi hierso, né? Ja. Lekker. Bly jy hierso?
Ek bly hier.
Okay, dis mooi. Ek trap maar net hierso deur. Is mooi om die rivier te sien. It's a mooi plek die, né?
Ja.
Dankie. Just saying hello to one of the local people here in this area, indigenous inhabitants of the area. So this is beautiful. You're just touching the Lions River, honoring the river, calling courage The lion represents courage, and the Bushmen, who I also work with, do the lion's song. And calling courage, that's Isak and Lydia, you know who they are. You can go to my Facebook page and you'll see the pages I have there. One is with the Bushmen, the Komani San of the Kalahari, and then also one is with the Mayan calendar and the work of Dr. Kellerman to bring the calendar to the surface through his study, incredible work, and his study of the Mayan calendar. We are in gratitude. I am in gratitude. So there you go. So this is just something short. I've written an article, a writing about it that links to Dr. Kellerman, giving some understanding. So there you go. Here in the Western Cape, not far from Swellendam, about 10 or 20 kilometers. You got this is the Swellendam mountain range here. Okay, so thank you for having a look at this. I hope it comes out all right. Very spontaneous. But yeah, I mean, you know, this is really where we are now, shifting into an incredible new earth time, where we are ascending into higher and higher levels of existence. And the more we ascend, the more we resonate at higher vibrations. This is really what Earth is going through, this ascension process. And we are part of the Earth, we're from the Earth. So our consciousness is automatically ascending higher, and it wants us to let go the density that holds us back. And this is really what the ninth wave represents. So the 260-day calendar is the traditional calendar of the Maya, but what they worked with, and which I don't think they work with much anymore, is the 360-day calendar. This is really what the long count is all about. The 5,000-year cycle that really is the rise of civilization and the global mind being activated to become more and more self-aware. But in the process, it took itself off course, and we as a humanity have gone off course for 5,000 years in a sense, because we've been learning about how to exist here on Earth, one on Earth. And it was really the mind becoming self-aware that took us off course, because we forgot our heart, the memory of the heart. And the evolution of the heart really is more about the floating consciousness of the fifth wave, which was activated 100,000 years ago. And so when the evolution of the global mind came in 5,000 years ago, it started to transcend the memory of the heart, and that's where we went off course. But now, with all the mind calendar 9 levels converging in 2011, there's this sort of course correcting energy going on, and this is really what's going on now. So I've got my glasses on, I didn't even realize it, but yeah, it is quite bright here. So yeah, there's actually so much more to this, and if you study the books of Dr. Kellerman and you go into your heart, you'll see it all. This is really what it's all about. It's about waking up. We're going through a great awakening, a shift of consciousness to live in tune with nature. This is really what the prophecies are all about. It's the condor and the eagle flying together as one, and the phoenix rising, the quetzal bird, and then also the meek inheriting the earth, the indigenous peoples and the Bushmen. So when we work with these teachings and we align in ceremony, we actually are transcending all that has taken us off course, especially over the last 5,000 years, and remembering who we are from our ancient time. This is really what it's all about, is to remember that. This is really what it's about. Remember who we are, the soul, that we actually existed really without duality before the activation of the sixth level. And so now we're coming to a time of that again, where we're going to live without duality, without separation. But we need to remember how to do this. We've been so conditioned to go off course from this, and we're going to remember now how to do this. This is inevitability, that is what is happening. So in terms of understanding the ninth wave frequency, so what happened is in 2011, when the ninth wave was activated, it started to transcend, in a sense, the 260-day calendar, because the ninth level itself is only 234 days. So to align with the evolution of consciousness, we're having to transcend duality. So the 260-day calendar doesn't actually align to the should I say no, the 260-day calendar doesn't fit inside a 234-day cycle. This is all about the code. It's not for everyone to need to understand, but it's ultimately about understanding that because the 260-day calendar doesn't fit inside the ninth level, that means really to align with the evolution of consciousness, we've got to align with the ninth level and transcend the 260-day calendar. And how they actually meet up, it's actually today and tomorrow they meet up, because the ninth wave actually aligns to the 360-day calendar, because it's 18 days of a peak of energy and 18 days of a valley of energy. So it's 36 days long. And so ultimately there is a lot of writing and articles that have been written about it. It's quite complicated, but other than to say, for me it aligns to the memory of the heart, where the mind can remember to align to its truth and have a clear conscience and transmute the flaws and heal the wound of time. It's what we've been through, this time that we've been through to grow and expand our consciousness to be cosmic and universal and multidimensional has taken us off course, but now we're on the path now of course correcting. This is really where we are. Okay, so I've spoken quite a lot there, and I feel it's all relevant and important, and that's it. Have a great day wherever you are. And tomorrow I'll be welcoming in the new sun in the next Trecena of 13 by 360-day cycles. And I welcome you all to also welcome in the sun wherever you are. And remembering also that everything out there is within you. And so when you honor everything out there, you're honoring everything within you. Have a great day and all the best from the Southern Cape, actually here in the Western Cape side of the Southern Cape in South Africa, about 150 kilometers from Cape Town. You go well. Blessings.